There are three tactics that I see the most successful lawyers use in mediation. The first one is focusing on persuading the other party, not the mediator, but the other party. And by this, I mean find a solution that meets the needs of your client and then figure out how to make that proposal or that idea as attractive as possible to the other party. Unlike trial, it's all about convincing the other party to agree to that settlement. The second tactic that I see that the most effective lawyers use is a combination of listening and patience. It's having the ability to sit in the discomfort of the conflict without leaning into the temptation to fight or flee. Mediation is not the place to deliver a punch in the mouth, and it's not the place to run away. It's a place to sit in the conflict and work through the process. The third tactic that I see lawyers use effectively is putting themselves in their opponent's shoes, trying to anticipate all of their opponent's best arguments and all of their greatest fears, and then using that information to craft your proposals in a way that will make them attractive to the other party. The three mistakes I see most often in mediation is when I see a client that comes to mediation unprepared for the normal disappointment that happens during the first few rounds of negotiation. Let's face it, you will almost never see a mediation where the case settles for the first offer or at the level of the first demand. Clients need to be prepared for that. The second mistake I see is when lawyers fail to analyze what the opposing party needs and what their interests are. Because the trick in mediation is figuring out how to get the opposing party to agree to what your client wants, or at least to some subset of what your client wants. The last error that I see most often is when parties or lawyers fail to analyze and to really consider the financial and human costs of continued litigation. Because we all know litigation's expensive, but it also has an emotional toll and a toll in terms of lost time. So those are the three mistakes that I see most often in mediation, and the three things that are actually quite easy to correct.